Welcome back to a brand new stream. Today we are going live with the DriveSmart to Daytona Challenge, hitting you from round number 5. This is Homestead, Miami. The championship is on the line. The trip to the Daytona 500 is on the line. Not only that, we got $3,500 of cash up for grabs in today's event. We got 90 laps. You take a look at the track stats right there. This is going to be an amazing event. Homestead is truly one of the best tracks to end a championship. With the banking around here, it's incredible. The action here is going to be incredible. 75-degree Fahrenheit, a 2-mile-per-hour wind. It's almost go time from Homestead. It's going to be such an event. I'm going to be coming at you live with my co-commentator, Robert Hill Jr.
Good evening, DLB. Good evening, everyone. Welcome here to Homestead. Like you mentioned, the finale here today, and this is going to set us up for one heck of a finish here. Multiple drivers, still 8 drivers in contention for the championship here tonight, but Tucker Minter has been the man on a mission so far this season. He has a 10-point lead over Christopher Hill. But that 10 points is a difference of 10 positions on the racetrack. We'll have to see how that happens tonight. Garrett Maines in position number 3. He's got 119 points. Daniel Mosteller with 114 there in 4th. Bobby Zelensky in position number 5. He's going to try to close that gap himself. Daniel Falkingham back in position number 6 with William Schmidt in 7th. And rounding out the drivers still mathematically eligible is Joe Armstrong, with Chase Schaefer and Dustin Kleba rounding out the top 10. But like you mentioned, DLB, there's a second big prize here tonight. The winning team will get their share of $3,500, so a nice $500 payday per driver. And leading those standings right now is Team IDK Player with 510 points. 19 back is Casey Kerwin's team with the leading driver in Tucker Minter on the top for them. Team Ryan Vargas in the 3rd spot, 425 points. Team Raw Gator in 4th with 416. Team DJ EJ in 5th spot, 373 points. I think they're a little too far back at this point. And rounding out the field is Landon Huffman's team with 306 points. So although they may not all be mathematically eligible to get that team title, there's still some pride to make sure that you're beating those other influencers.
Tucker Minter may be the guy I beat tonight, but what he has to do, he has to have a solid top 10 finish. All these guys are going to be gunning for him. Not only that, hey, there's money on the line. That means drama is going to be building as soon as we drop the green flag, because these teammates are going to be racing Tucker as hard as they can, hoping he makes a mistake and they can grab that money. It's going to be a heck of a show. It's almost like a complete all-star race here tonight. 90 laps at a track where you can ride the bottom or you can let it up on the outside group. This is multi-group racing at its best. Tires are going to play a factor. Racing is going to be wide. You can go 3 wide around here if you like. It's going to be hands down one of the best races of the season, and I am so freaking hyped about this thing. I know you are too, Robert. It's going to be a heck of a show. The whole season has came down to this. We've seen racing at Daytona, Dover, Indy. It's been an incredible season, but now it's all about Homestead, Miami. It's about winning the championship. IDK Player took the championship lead in the last race because he got a win. That's how fast things can change. You never know how things are going to change in this one. I think tonight is going to be big. I think there's going to be drama. I think there's going to be tempers, and I think there's going to be a heck of a battle for tonight's championship.
Absolutely. And you mentioned that championship. Why don't we bring in Chris from DriveSmart now to let us know what these drivers are racing for?
Well, Robert, that's a great question because they're racing for a lot, okay? So whoever wins the entire event is going to get an all-inclusive trip to Daytona with a guest of their own. And the team leader of that individual champion is also going to Daytona, and they're going to go meet Kyle and Team DGM and be in Daytona for the weekend and have a once-in-a-lifetime experience. Those are memories you are never going to forget. If I learned anything from Texas and with Landon winning that design contest. But there's another prize on the line, right? If you are the team champion, right? If your team has won the most points, you're going to win $3,500, right? So every driver gets, like you said, Robert, $500. The influencer gets $500. And the one thing I want to say before the last race gets started, I could not imagine a better group of guys, a better group of influencers and drivers to be in this event. And it has far exceeded our expectations. And it's like, at DriveSmart, listen, we love motorsports, and if anything we learn from this event, I cannot wait for what's coming down the pipeline, right? We're not going to give you any hints, but this was an amazing event, and this last race is going to be full of action, so I can't wait for the next 90 laps.
Going to be incredible. It's going to be a heck of a show. I'm so hyped up, man. I mean, this whole season, this is truly what it has all came down to. And hey, when there's money on the line, no matter what you're doing, you know how that's going to get all of these drivers that much more competitive, and that's where issues will begin. I mean, a lot of these drivers dream of being full-time sim racers. This is a good opportunity, and a lot of them are full-time sim racers, and they have a point to prove here tonight on why they are. So for 90 laps, it's going to be up on the wheel. It's going to be drama. It's going to be a fight. It's going to be literally everything that this season has came down to here in one race, a 90-lap event. And man, I mean, Tucker Minter, the guy a beat. I mean, he's coming in. He has to get a top 10 finish. But what if he wrecks? What if something happens? What if the drama begins early? Well, then the window's wide open. This action is going to be close. The point standings are close. The team standings are close. It's going to be a heck of a battle. You got to watch your favorite influencers tonight. You got to watch your favorite drivers, and you got to make sure your favorite drivers stay out of trouble, because that clock is ticking. It's go time. It's time to do it. If there's any time, you got to do it now. We can't go back at Daytona. We can't go back at Dover. We can't go back at Indy. We got to make it happen here tonight at Homestead, Miami.
And one
Absolutely.
thing real quick, not to cut you off, Robert, but Daytona was an incredible, all the races have been incredible, but Daytona had a great finish. Indianapolis had a great finish, right? So I'm expecting a great finish tonight. But the one thing I will tell you, so let's say you're not a driver, right? You're just somebody who's coming out to support one of your favorite drivers, one of your favorite streamers, one of your favorite influencers. Guess what? You being in chat, we've given away, I think 15, no, more than that. We've given away 18 hoodies, 3 team shirts, $400 in cash prizes. And guess what? Tonight, we don't stop. So as long as you're in chat and you're active, and we'll let you know when, right? We're going to give away 3 more fan t-shirts. So you don't have to be a driver. You don't have to be an influencer. You don't have to be DLB or Robert or me to win something tonight, right? So make sure you tune into the action, and we're going to be giving away things in the entire live stream. So back to you guys.
I mean, you guys have been killing it with the giveaways. I mean, we have gave away literally everything from, it's crazy. I mean, hoodies, gift cards, everything. You name it, we gave it away. Here today, you know them giveaways aren't going to stop. But look at who's on the poll. Daniel Buckingham put it. Position number 1, car number 39. He's rocking out the gates good. Also, take a look at that third position, Tucker Minter. We know he has to get a good result here. He's lining off the grid in position number 3. Garrett Maines, position number 4. Position number 5, Bobby Zielinski. He's been fast all season. Last week's winner, Joe Armstrong, with a position number 6, man. Christopher Hill comes in second in the championship standing. He's throwing off the grid in position number 8. Nate Stork, P11. We're going through the grid. All the big names are up top right now. Keep that in mind, because we got to watch the battle between Tucker Minter and Christopher Hill.
Yeah, a couple drivers outside the top 10 to keep an eye on as well. Daniel Mosteller starting 14th tonight. Joey Masevich just behind him. Very strong driver. Just haven't seen him get his opportunity so far this season. Also, Timmy Pacquioli there. We've seen him with speed throughout the season as well. And Braden Movick, that driver has been in the top 5 on numerous occasions, just has not been able to close it out. But tonight could be his night, but he's going to have a lot of work coming from the back. And it looks like we're getting set to go here. I'm excited, DLB. I can't wait to see the green flag and see what these drivers can do for us tonight.
This is it. Final shot, final opportunity. The green flag is waving from Homestead, Miami. Daniel Buckingham is going to get a great jump. But look at Garrett Maines, 3 wide, up top. Help from the 22 car. I told you, it's multi-group racing. Garrett Maines already with a point approved. He's trying to say he's coming here for all the money. Nearly 4 wide. Off turn number 2. The action is heating up. It's going to be like this all night. How do you fend off the entire pack? when they're already this aggressive? Will we make it through lap number 1, or will it be a crash and a yellow with how tight it's getting at the back? The 59 cars going to bobble. They're already looking pretty wild. That was Ryan Moyer, very sideways in the 10th position. But as we go back to turn number 1, up front, Daniel Falkenham is going to be leading them. But on the outside, we got a contender, car number 77, trying to make it done. And then we see Tucker Minter going for the 2nd position down on the bottom with help from Bobby Zielinski.
Yeah, Chad Oxendine up on the high side, battling for position number 2 alongside Tucker Minter. Minter knows what he has to do tonight to get this done. He's not going to take a ton of risks, but he's going to keep himself in position to lock it down and get that title. He's trying to hold off a hard-charging Bobby Zielinski, who's looking for some pride here this season. Hasn't been able to get the win, but has been very, very strong all throughout. We've seen him battle back from numerous incidents throughout the season. Now he's going to try to work his way up onto the podium here in what is the final race of this season. But we have a battle brewing for the lead. Chad Oxendine took a look to the inside of Daniel Falkingham. Of course, Falkingham representing Ryan Vargas here tonight. Oxendine for Team Casey Kerwin, and that's a team that needs to pick up a couple points as they are in a team battle alongside the IDK player team for that team title. So a lot on the line here tonight and a lot of action still to come here on lap number 4. It's Daniel Falkingham out front.
My concern is Tucker Minter. He knows he has to have a top 10 run. He probably feels that's no problem with the season that he has had. But when some of these guys get near him, they're going to try to force him into a mistake. So pay attention as Bobby Zielinski is approaching his rear bumper. Garrett Maines is approaching his rear bumper. Not only they're trying to get that pass, they're trying to take all the money from him right now. So Tucker has to be defensive. You can let these guys go. They're going to try to play head games. They're going to try to force him into a mistake. They're going to try getting him to burn his tires up. There may be guys that he's not even racing for the championship tonight that's going to try to play a factor so their team will get the championship. Right now, Tucker Minter is a target. He has a big bullseye target on his back with every driver in the field. They're going to try to take him down when they get the chance. Not saying they're going to go and wreck him, but they're going to try to race him a little bit hard because they know if he slips up, if he makes a mistake, if they can make him crack under pressure, they know they can take all the money from him, and that's where the drama is building. That's where they're putting fuel in the fire right now and trying to get him to make a mistake. They know he's running third. They know he's on a good run, but they also know the clock is ticking. Laps are winding down. The season is winding down. You got to take him down early if you get to him. Car number 83, Bobby Zielinski to his rear bumper. He's going to try and find his way around him, and he's definitely going to try to apply that pressure.
Yeah, he's definitely going to apply that pressure, and you have a great point. Tucker Minter is going to be under a lot of pressure here tonight. The drivers that aren't necessarily in the title fight are still battling for that team title and for their share of that $3,500. So, of course, they're going to do whatever they can to get their team up to the top because it's the top 5 drivers from each team that collect points. So, if you can get yourself up there, you're going to put yourself in a nice position to help your team out as we watch a battle here. That's Chase Schaefer and last week's winner, Joe Armstrong. Armstrong gets around Schaefer. Schaefer now going to be stuck in the middle of an IDK player sandwich because William Schmidt just behind him there. Now down to the inside is Schmidt. Schaefer up through the middle, and they're going to try to hold off Ryan Moyer as Moyer working his way up along the wall in that number 59 machine for the Raw Gator team. Gators team has started to creep back into that top 5 and start working their way forward. I think they're a little too far out for the team title, but again, there's a lot of pride on the line and bragging rights amongst those influencers and the drivers, but this battle continues here. Joe Armstrong on the inside, Chase Schaefer up top, and that's the battle for position number 8 out here on the racetrack, already 10% of the way through this one.
As we're seeing Ryan Moyer trying to dig up there on the outside, if we learned anything this season is that, oh, there was a bit of contact there of Moyer and the 22 of Armstrong. A bit of a door slam right there. It's getting wild here at Homestead, Miami, but if we have learned anything this season, is that late race yellows have been a thing. We've seen it at Nashville. We've seen it last week. We have seen it happen multiple times. Pretty much about 3 out of the last 4 races, we have seen a late race yellow, and pit strategy play a big factor at the end and determine the winner. So I think that's something you got to keep in mind. Pit strategy is going to be a thing, but right now, Ryan Moyer's on the move. He's up to position number 9. He's hungry, battling for position number 8. He probably didn't get the best season. He had a few crashes this season, but you know what? He's coming here at Homestead knowing, hey, I got a point to prove. My season probably wasn't the greatest, but I'm going to end this thing with a bang and prove I was here, and I was here with a purpose, and here a win, and I can go out and contend with you guys. That's why he's on the move right now, going for that 8th position.
Yeah, we have a battle brewing as well for position number 3. Chad Oxendine, Bobby Zelensky, and Garrett Maines have all swapped positions on numerous occasions here so far, as Christopher Hill makes a pass there by that 77 of Chad Oxendine. So about 4 cars here, all battling for 3rd through 6th, as Tucker Minter has worked his way up to 2nd, and he's closing that gap now on Daniel Falkingham. So Tucker Minter's decided, I don't want a top 10. I want to get up there and I want to just take the win. I'm not going to give anybody a shot to take this away from me here today, because I want to get up there and I want to run away. And he is closing that gap now on Falkingham. So Falkingham about to have a mirror and rear bumper full of Tucker Minter here momentarily.
I think what we're seeing from Tucker Minter, we're seeing him say, hey, I don't want to be back there if you guys saving my tires, taking this thing calm, and get involved in somebody else's mess. I feel the safest up front, and that's where I want to be in this one. He's not only in that 2nd position, he's knocking on the door of the lead. He's saying, if you want this championship, you're going to have to physically come up here and take it from me, because I'm not going down easy. So, as you see, all his championship contenders are pretty close to him. They're all nearby. They know they got to race this guy. They know that he's going to be hard to go down. So you got to keep that in mind. Daniel Falkingham put this thing on the pole, and he's trying to hold up the championship points leader behind him, who is all over his rear bumper. Now, if you are Tucker Minter, how many times are you going to knock on the door before you're saying, hey, I'm taking too many risks, I'm taking too many chances, I'm putting myself in a bad position? Or do you just charge just like race number 1 and you have all season that put yourself in this position? Tucker has had a very successful season. Dude, I don't think he's got into a single crash. He has had a clean car. He hasn't got into any drama. You know, he's coming into this one pretty much with the same mindset. I got a point to prove. I came here to win, and that's what I need to do. But keep in mind, Bobby Zelensky and Garrett Maines, both of them are super quick, and both of them are in the championship contention. You're seeing Bobby Zelensky try and make a move on Tucker Minter. He's going to get to his rear bumper, but it's not going to be enough to get the pass done.
You mentioned thinking about those risks that Tucker Minter's taking. I think he's made a pros and cons chart in his head, and what he's done is take that chart, throw it out the window, light it on fire, and decided that he's just going to run for it. He wants to take the win. He's going to do whatever it takes to get by Daniel Falkingham here. A little bit of a shorter field out on the track tonight, just 28 cars, so it makes Tucker's job just a little bit easier as we see battles back here in the midfield. I believe that's Gabe Wood in the 4 machine. Actually, sorry, Nate Stewart taking a dive to the inside of Joe Armstrong. He's going to work his way into position number 10. But I was just taking a look at the YouTube chat as well. DLB, of course, the DriveSmart warranty channel. That's where you're going to have your shot to win some merch later tonight. And Kyle Soper said, let's go 24. That's a shout out to Jimmy Hayden, currently running in that 7th spot. We saw him run towards the front last week, got caught up in a little bit of an issue, but having another nice run here today, pretty solid for a 6th round pick.
Absolutely. You know, I think right now, Tucker Minter, he's moving up the track a little bit. He's getting a little bit experimental. We got a little bit loose there off turn number 2. This may open the door for Bobby Zelensky. But my thing is for Tucker, man, how hard do you push this car right now? You don't want to be the first guy to roast your tires, and you don't want to look weak going into this thing at the beginning. Obviously, he's trying to prove a point very early on. He's doing a great job of that. He's proven that, you know, this is my championship to win, not my championship to lose. So we're seeing Tucker Minter right now just basically saying, you know, I have this thing in control. Now, a lot can change. These late race yellows have been changing everything all season. We have seen that race after race. You're not safe anywhere. Indianapolis, you know, that thing ended almost in a demo derby after all the pit strategies. Nashville did end in a demo derby, and Daytona got a little bumpy on the final lap. I don't think you're going to be safe anywhere here, even if there's 5 laps remaining and we have went green the entire race. You know, you're just not safe. You're not safe. The racing has been too wild. We do got some battles heating up towards the back, so pay attention to that. The racing is sharp. Everything is awesome. It's Homestead, Miami, baby. This is multi-group racing at its best. They're right up against the wall, 3 wide. We just seen a little bubble there off turn number 2. It's getting fun, man. Homestead is such a fun track. You gotta love it, because we've seen everyone racing at the bottom at the beginning. And pay attention, that multi-groove racing is changing because the grip is getting laid up against the wall and the colors and groove is coming in.
That is such a cool shot, just seeing the cars come off the corner, 3, 4, even taking a peek to go towards 5 wide. Probably not going to work, so don't do it, but it's cool to see as Braden Movick up in the outside wall. He's going to get passed by the 0-4 machine down to his inside. We'll see if Gabe Wood able to make that pass this time. They're going to be side by side towards turn number 3. They're chasing down the 6 machine of Dustin Kleba. Kleba in position number 18 now. He has a car on his outside. That's the 53 of Nathan Coaster, and Timmy Pacquioli just ahead of him. So a huge gaggle of cars back here, and this is outside the top 15 on the racetrack. We're seeing battles absolutely everywhere, which is just what we want to see in the finale of this DriveSmart to Daytona series. It's been one heck of a series so far. 4 solid races. This is the 5th one here tonight, and we still have 70 laps to go. Falkingham has led the way from the drop of the green flag, but Tucker Minter keeping him honest here, holding steady in that 2nd position.
Absolutely. I mean, the racing is just incredible here tonight. I think what we're seeing back there from 15th to 20th, we're seeing guys who maybe started at the back, saved their tires, and beginning a charge here. Not necessarily they're stuffing their pace up, but the guys in front of them are burning their tires down and pretty much just reeling themselves back to them. So I think that's one thing we're seeing. We do got a battle here for the 10th position. Ryan Moyer has dropped a couple positions here. He's beginning to fade back. Remember, he did charge very hard at the beginning. I told you, he was on the move, and we're seeing a couple of the IDK players to his inside, like last week's winner, Joe Armstrong, trying to knock them positions down. So this is really a game of tire strategy. This is really a game of use your head early on and make sure you got tires come the end. Because as soon as we get the first car hit pit road, I think that's going to bring them all to the pits for 4 new tires to make sure that nobody gets that short pit advantage.
So, boys, before we get into that pit cycle, right, and before we get some more action, why don't we give away one of those fucking fancy shirts?
I think that is a great idea. You know, the merch is best in the game right now. The merch is sharp. The merch is hot. You know, I think DriveSmart is bringing some of the... Whoa, we got some trouble here. We got some action going on the racetrack.
Action is coming. So, listen, if you're in chat right now, all you have to do is put something in chat. Just be active. Last week we did Gators. What do we want to do this week?
Ooh, I don't know. I mean,
let's get some checkered flags going.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. Some checkered flag emojis.
Let's get some flag emojis going in chat, right? And then we'll be giving away one of these 6 shirts that you're going to see on your screen right now to the bottom right. And just keep going ahead and put that thing in chat, and we'll let you know when we're giving away a few laps before lap 30.
Absolutely blow that chat up, because every comment you leave in that chat is going to enter you a chance to win one of these beautiful t-shirts. As I said, we've been giving away stuff all season. We've been giving away hoodies, we've been giving away gift cards, and now we're giving away some Kyle Weatherman merch. Now this is the brand new merch. This is the 2024 design, the 2024 merch drop. You're going to have it before we even get out to Daytona. So, this is definitely some preseason merch here. Good to see all you guys blowing up that chat with them checkered flag emojis. Every single comment you leave in the chat will give you an extra chance, an extra shot to win this thing. So spam the chat. Enter as many times as you want to. I see Raw Gator in the chat. Some of your favorite influencers are in the chat right now. So it's good that all you guys have tuned in here tonight. And hey, we're happy as ever to give away some new t-shirts. And hey, this ain't going to be the only giveaway here tonight, because we're always bringing you guys the hottest merch in the game here on the DriveSmart Warranty YouTube channel.
Absolutely. It's great to see the chat absolutely blowing up with those checkered flags here, but we do continue to have some really tight battling going on out here on the racetrack. And when we were talking about the t-shirt giveaway, Ryan Moyer absolutely locked it up heading into the corner, nearly put it into the outside wall. As you can see now, he's falling nearly outside the top 15 DLB after having a really strong run earlier on.
So I think what we're seeing, I think Ryan may have burned his tires off. We're seeing him get very loose off turn number 4 and off turn number 2. And right now, he's just trying to hang on. At this point, I've been in this position so many times in my sim racing career. All you can do is hope and pray for a yellow and hope for the best here. I think Ryan Moyer is just going to be hanging on. Maybe he can dial his pace back a little bit here. We did get a car very sideways. That was towards the back, coming off turn number 2. So why we're seeing everyone get loose right now is just because the tires are dead in the water, man. This place will eat your tires. It will grind your tires. It will melt your tires. It will completely burn them off the race car, no matter what. So you got to keep that in mind. We do got a battle going on. Bobby Zielinski is going to go down to Garrett Maines. Garrett Maines is going to put that baby up another position, put him up to position number 3, as he's going to get that pass done. Chad Oxendine is going to try to go for the 4th position. He sees blood in the water with Bobby Zielinski, and he's trying to get a little bit greedy here, and you've seen it right there. Garrett Maines barely slammed the door on Bobby Zielinski. Man, it's getting wild. I'm noticing Bobby is eating up the outside. Garrett is still loving the bottom group. This could definitely shape up for an interesting battle on what group's going to work the best, because you've seen it right there. Big upper hand to Garrett Maines.
All right, so let's do this giveaway real quick because we're on lap 30. I'm a man of my word, all right? So go ahead, guys. Go ahead and rip that thing. And we have a Jags be Jaggin. Jags be Jaggin, congratulations. You just won a fan shirt. So you have to do one thing, okay? You have to go to our X account, right, at Go DriveSmart, and you have to DM us, and you just won one of these fan shirts. Guys, this is so much fun. Back to the action.
Yeah, back to the action, DLB, and we see Braden Movick on pit road. Looks like he had a visit to the outside wall, some damage on the side of that machine, but this battle is continuing now for position number 4 as Bobby Zielinski did get passed by Garrett Maines. Maines is up to 3rd. Chad Oxendine keeps taking looks to the inside of Zielinski. We'll see if he's able to get there this time. He's going to set himself up down into turn number 1. Zielinski up top. Oxendine decided it's Oxen time as he's going to try to make that pass for position number 4. But Zielinski once again all the way out to the outside wall, and he's going to get a great run down that back straightaway.
I think Bobby Zielinski's trying to show what he has on the table. Oh, he's into the wall a bit right there. He just got the wall in turn number 3. He's definitely trying to get as high as he can right now. I don't think he damaged the cars. Oh, I think he's going to be A-okay here. But I think what we're seeing right now, Bobby Zielinski wants to show, hey, I'm a championship contender. I want to be in the head of Tucker Minter. I want him to be looking in his rearview mirror. I want him to see I'm on my way, and I'm coming to take this championship right from you, buddy. Garrett Maines is doing a great job in that 3rd position. He knows his point scenario. He knows he has to come here, win this race, and hope that Tucker maybe doesn't have the best day for him. As we got a battle in the back, here they come. Chad Oxendine is going to try to get that pass done on the bottom for the 4th position, but it's not going to be enough to clear him. You really need the outside group. You gotta clear it, man. That outside will rocket you off turn number 2 and off turn number 4, and these drivers know that. They're all fighting for that outside groove. The bottom groove, you can definitely send it in a little bit deeper, but unless you can pull off the slide job, it just ain't gonna happen here at Homestead, Miami.
As the battle does continue, it's Bobby Zielinski cooking up on the outside. Chad Oxendine now going to clear him here on the inside lane. Move Oxendine to 4th. Zielinski back to position number 5 as Christopher Hill trying to close that gap a little bit here. One note is the pit strategy here today, courtesy of Jeff Maconi. We're looking at a pit window about 55 to 60 laps here today, DLB. You're going to try to stretch it because you do want to be the last car to come down pit road, but you don't want to have too much of a gap on those tires compared to those that you're battling. So we're likely to see some guys come down I'd say between 45 and 50 around that halfway point, especially if we do stay green. Otherwise, if the yellow comes out, they're all going to come down.
If you're struggling right now and you're dropping positions, some of these guys like Ryan Moyer's kind of struggling right now. He's making a comeback. He's going for the 13th position right now. But some of these guys who are struggling, I think we're going to see them hit pit road first because they're going to say, hey, my tires are smoked, and I'm just going to call it how it is, and I'm going to bring it up pit road. I mean, it's not always the best thing to feel like your tires are dead in the water, but, you know, you got to bring it up pit road when they're dead, and you got to get 4 new ones. And when you do that, man, it's going to feel like a new pair of shoes on your feet at that point, man. It's going to feel like it's go time. So we are approaching the pit window. We got to keep that in mind. Action's heating up pretty much everywhere right now. There's a lot of racing. This is why you love Homestead Miami Speedway, because the racing is so incredible every time you come here. You see Joe Armstrong trying to seal the deal there and keep that 10th position there on the outside. Nate Stewart's trying to take it from him on the inside in car number 4. As we're going through the field, man, I mean, the action is incredible. Everyone's getting up on the wheel. Everyone's giving it their all. We're seeing the aggression level way more this week than what we have had all freaking season, boys. This is nuts. I mean, they want to not only prove, hey, I'm here to win the championship, they want to prove I deserve a ride in esports. And some of these guys that want to say, hey, I have a ride in esports because this is how good I am, and they want to leave this season with a bang.
I just saw some smoke down the back straightaway. Not sure what happened there. Doesn't look like anyone is wrecked out of it. So I do believe we are okay, as we were just watching a battle between Dustin Kleba and Nathan Coaster. Now we see the 27 machine of Kenny Reel and that 64 of Joey Misevich. They're battling it out now for position number 21 and 22. So outside the top 20, we still see the intensity absolutely through the roof here today. These drivers know this is their last race of the series. They want to make a name for themselves, like you mentioned, as we see Joey Misevich nearly sideways there just behind Timmy Pacquioli. That is the 20th place car. But like you mentioned, these drivers trying to make a name for themselves, trying to put them on the map, as we do have a pit stop here. That is Jacob Potak, the 66, and he was running around that top 10. I believe he was 11th at the time of this pit stop. This could trigger some of the midfield to come down. I wouldn't expect the top 10 to come down as of yet, but watch for some pit stops to come within the next handful of laps, as we're here on lap number 40.
There's strategy games taking place right now. That 66 is trying to lead the entire pack down pit road. I wouldn't be surprised if one of these team leaders is saying, hey, go short pit and bring everyone down, because we got some more cards up our sleeve. You never know, man. I mean, right now, Jacob Patak was the first guy hit pit road. Oh, boy. Look at him smoking the tires, getting down pit road. It was almost trouble. As soon as you get one, they all start coming down. That was nearly a disaster in the pits.
Yeah, Timmy Pacquioli trying to get absolutely everything out of that pit entry. Lucky for him, he did get it locked down and did not get a speeding penalty, as himself and Ryan Moyer take it down pit road. Moyer, another driver that was up there towards the top 10 in the earlier stages of today's race. As you see right there, Pacquioli entering pit road. He is absolutely going to lock it. He may have gotten a speeding penalty, actually, with how quick he hit pit road there. No, he was clean. I'm shocked with how quick the Timmy Pacquioli entered pit road. But watch now for some of these guys in the top 15 or so to at least think about coming down pit road.
All eyes are on the top 3. Garrett Maines, Tucker Minter, Daniel Falkingham. If you're them 3, you got to play your cards right. As we're taking another look at it here, hold your breath, boys. We're hitting the pits, and we're hitting it fast. This is a miracle we did not wreck that car. But if you are Daniel Falkingham, when do you bring that baby a pit road, man? I mean, he's going to keep it out as long as possible. Right now, I think if you're Daniel, you're saying, hey, I don't want to fall for the bait. I don't want to come in too early. I want to play my strategy. I'm not going to play any of the games here. I'm going to make sure I have a good car on lap 90, just as I would on lap number 44. So that's what we're seeing from car number 39 and Tucker Minter and Garrett Maines and anyone else up here inside the top 5 or 6. I mean, we're seeing a lot of strategy get played. The pits are opened. But if you come in right now, will you have tires come the end of the race? I mean, you're going to turn some great lap times right now, but automatically, as soon as you get back out on this racetrack, you almost got to immediately go back to saving the tires. Another lap is going to go by, and the top 3 is going to continue to stay up, but we got battles heating up on this racetrack.
So, DLB, let me ask you a question. So, when you said earlier, these guys are either trying to prove that they are worthy of being in NASCAR esports, right? Or they're in an esports team. Like, a lot of these guys are, right?
A lot of them are. But with the draft, the fun thing is some of these guys are not. I mean, some of these guys are racing local leagues. I got drivers in my league. IDK Players team runs in his league, but they have not met the national stage of what they want to reach, and they know this is a good opportunity to try and meet that national stage, whether if that's the Coca-Cola Series, or whether if that's to gather even more eyes and even more attention. That's why a lot of these run as many leagues as they can, whether if it's my personal league or IDK Players League or anyone else's, because they want to gather as many eyes as possible and say, hey, I'm an up-and-coming Coca-Cola Series driver, and I got a point to prove. And they know that. They want to come here. They want to be the next prospect to come into sim racing and take it from their most recent champion.
So can I make a shameless plug, and I feel really bad about this?
You absolutely should.
Okay, so we, right, as DriveSmart, are super interested in sponsoring 2 cars this year in the iRacing Coca-Cola Series. So listen, we have all of your information, right? But you got to reach out to us if you're interested and you need sponsorship for an eNASCAR team for the entire season for 2 cars. You know how to reach out to us at Go DriveSmart. So that's all I'm going to say, right? Not foreshadowing, right? But we are super interested.
How are you going to drop that bombshell on us? Come on, what? That is awesome. So now all these drivers, I think the lap times just got quicker. I think everyone just gained half a second after hearing that. I know a lot of these drivers have their team owners on their Discord in their ears, and they're saying, throttle up, buddy. You may have an esports ride coming up.
Speaking of throttle up, we see some fresh tires out there on the racetrack now, cycling past some of the guys that have been out there a little bit longer. As now we see a battle here between Jimmy Hayden and Joe Armstrong. And you mentioned guys that aren't in the Coke Series, not on pro teams. That is actually my teammate right there, Jimmy Hayden, behind the wheel, that number 24 machine. My other teammate, Corey Abbott, currently running back in that 18th spot. So these guys, these are guys trying to make a name for themselves here today. Jimmy Hayden's done a really nice job of it as that 70 machine takes a late dive to pit road. That's Aaron Smith. He's going to pull Eric Heater with him. And I did just want to point out, half of the top 10 right now is all Casey Kerwin's team. And we have 2 drivers from the IDK player squad. This could be a huge shift in the team points with how good the Casey Kerwin team has been here tonight. As Christopher Hill heads inside.
And Tucker Minter's on pit road. Christopher Hill came in with them. Remember, the championship battle, that tells me Christopher Hill is running the same strategy as Tucker Minter. So we're going to see them both come down, and this could be it, man. Will there be any mistakes? If you're Tucker Minter, you're saying don't slide the car, don't lock up the tires. He's going to get into the box clean. It's looking good so far. He has to make sure he doesn't speed, doesn't make a mistake, doesn't get penalized. There's a lot going through Tucker's head right now. Because say he was to make a mistake, say he was to speed down pit road by even a couple miles per hour, well, that could have just ended his championship hopes. It does look like he got a clean stop there. He's going to get out, and he's definitely going to continue with his points lead here. But a lot can change. Christopher Hill is still trying to close that window, as now all the leaders are hitting pit road. They know it's go time now. The leader has done it. We're on the same strategy.
Yeah, the leader, Daniel Falkingham, does come down pit road, as does Jimmy Hayden, Chase Schaefer, Corey Abbott, and others all coming down pit road as well. Garrett Maines does remain on the racetrack as Chad Oxendine now pulls it pit side in his number 77 machine. So the only car still yet to pit is Garrett Maines, Bobby Zalenski, Joe Armstrong, and Dustin Kleba up there in the top 4. A couple others such as Daniel Mostiller and Gabe Wood still to come down as well. As now Oxendine, you see him enter his pit box. Here's Nate Stewart as well in that 4 machine. So the top 10 has decided it's time to come down pit road, time to get those tires and the fuel and head back out there for what could be the end of the race if we do stay green. As now Garrett Maines enters pit road, a little bit of a slide for him, but he is A-OK. His teammate Joe Armstrong going to come down. There's Dustin Kleba as well. So it's just Bobby Zalenski and Kenny Reel still out there on the racetrack. I'd expect Zalenski probably within the next lap or 2, because again, you don't want to stretch too far from what everyone else is doing, because that tire difference is going to be way too big.
So we're seeing a lot of them come in as the laps are winding down. A lot of them waited till after lap 50, especially a lot of the leaders, so you got to keep that in mind. But right now, man, can anyone go take down Tucker Minter, or is it going to have to be a late race yellow and some kind of miracle? We got more cars hitting pit road. This is it. The race is cycling through. Will we go green flag racing to the end? I'm not a gambling man, but I'm going to say it's not likely. I think we're going to see some crashes here at the end. I think we're going to see some strategy come to the end. I think this thing is far from over. We're going to see it right here. We got some battles on the racetrack. Bobby Zalenski is definitely fading a little bit here as some of these other guys are getting around him. It's definitely heating up right now. Everything's getting crazy. The racing is incredible. I'm hyped up, man. This is Homestead, Miami. This is championship night. We got $3,500 on the line. It's time to get after it and get it done.
Absolutely time to get it done here today, as Jacob Potak should cycle through to the race lead once Bobby Zalenski heads pit side. He pitted about 10 laps prior to the likes of Tucker Minter and Daniel Falkingham. And speaking of Minter, you can see it right there. He was able to jump Falkingham with this pit strategy, about a 2-lap difference between those two drivers. So we'll have to pay attention here to what Minter can do to pull away a little bit from Daniel Falkingham, who has really been the most dominant car of this race so far. But we're nearly approaching the final third of today's races. Here comes Bobby Zalenski down pit road.
So it's definitely heating up here. Now pay attention to when these drivers pitted, because the short pitting, it may benefit you on the short term, but come the long term, you're not going to have as good as tires on it. So pay attention. We got a battle for what's going to potentially be the lead here with Tucker Minter and Daniel Falkingham, because Daniel is all over the rear bumper of car number 10. This is it. This could be the battle for the win. Can Daniel Falkingham get to his inside? We've seen Tucker come in a little bit earlier, but this is it, man. He's going to try to look low here. Will he need to throw it in deep enough and go for a slider? He faked him out, went to the outside. Here comes Daniel Falkingham to the top, trying to go to the point, trying to take the lead, and trying to prove, hey, I'm still in this championship battle. It's not going to be enough right now at the moment. He's going to get a big drive off turn number 2. Here he comes. He's going to rocket that baby down to the inside. He's going to throw it in deep into turn number 3, but not without getting pinned down by Tucker Minter. If you're Tucker, you probably don't need to put yourself in a dangerous position, but Tucker is wanting the win and the championship, and he's making that very clear that he's not going to go down easy for nothing here tonight.
Yeah, Tucker Minter doing absolutely everything he needs to do to get this done. But now Daniel Falkingham back to the inside. He's had his left rear quarter panel, not able to get there that time. He's going to fall back in line. They're going to run second and third on the racetrack as Jacob Potak still has the race lead, but not by much. 3.8 seconds ahead of Tucker Minter, and you can see right there the difference in lap time. Nearly 0.8 of a second per lap has been the average here, and they should be getting to Jacob Potak in the next handful of laps. But these battles absolutely brewing as we're now 2/3 of the way through today's race.
So let's give away another shirt then. If we're at lap 60, you guys know what you have to do. If you are in the YouTube chat, right, at the DriveSmart, go DriveSmart YouTube channel, you need to go ahead and just be active in chat. Go and give me all the checker flags. Give me anything, but I love the checker flags, right? We're the final race of the entire series. And we're going to go ahead and pick a winner by lap 65. Yeah, sounds like a plan. Lap 65.
Heard it there, lap 65. We're 5 laps away, so I haven't seen you guys in the chat begging for these t-shirts, man. Well, this is it. Well, you got another opportunity. You got another shot. You know the drill. Spam the chat. Every single comment you put in the comment section for the DriveSmart Warranty YouTube channel as we are live over here. Leave a comment, and that will enter you to win one of these 2024 Kyle Weatherman t-shirts, man. This is some of the hottest merch in NASCAR right now. Not only that, Kyle Weatherman being full-time in that 91 car, he has a point approved this year. It's going to be awesome rocking some of that 91 DriveSmart merch throughout this season. So, blow that chat up. I want you guys to blow that chat up. Spam it as many times as you possibly can, because one of you is going to get lucky and walk home with one of these t-shirts. We got plenty of you watching. I want to see everyone blow that chat up right now. Let's get the comments spammed. We got a battle heating up. Lap number 65. We're going to be giving away that baby.
And a little bit of breaking news from the racetrack. Chase Schaefer did get a penalty entering pit road too fast. Entering pit road, he's now all the way back at the tail of the field. So heartbreaker for one of our drivers that was up inside the top 10 for a large chunk of the start of today's race. He's still on the lead lap, just barely, but he's going to have to battle back. And speaking of battling, Tucker Minter now only 0.8 of a second behind Jacob Potak. So expect a change for the lead momentarily, as he still has Daniel Falkingham all over the rear end of that Tucker Minter machine. So the battle going to brew for the race lead while still battling for that second spot as well. As you see Falkingham up on the high side, he's cooking it there. He's looking to make the pass on Tucker Minter, not able to get there that time, but setting up for a nice run down the back straightaway. May take a look to the inside, but a lapped car down there. I do believe that to be Case Collenbach, DLB, as these drivers try to battle their way out to the race lead.
3-horse battle for the lead. You see it here, man. Jacob attack. Here comes Tucker Minter to the bottom. He's going to go to the lead, and they're going to sandwich that 66 car. Daniel Falkingham picked the top groove. He thought that will fit best for him. Can he get the momentum down the back straightaway? Can he carry the speed, carry the horsepower? Here he comes to the inside of Tucker Minter. Last time, Tucker pinned him down. This time, he's going to pin him down again. He's telling me, if you want the lead, you got... Oh, contact! Tucker, you don't need to be in this position, man. This is danger. I can't believe he's racing it this hard right now for the win. He's not in a must-win. He has the championship in the bag, but he's not going down. He has a point to prove. He doesn't want Daniel Falkingham to go win this baby. He's trying to do everything to keep that 39 car on his rear bumper, and right now, he's doing a very good job at it.
Listen, Tucker's trying to leave no doubt right now. That man is a competitor. He's a winner. It doesn't mean that this race is over, but he is driving his butt off. So we're going to go ahead and do the next giveaway for the fan shirt. So let's go ahead and rip that thing. And it looks like if I pronounce this wrong, I'm super sorry, but it's Bongo Dongo. How about that? A Bongo Dongo. You are the winner of this fan shirt. So you know what you have to do. You have to go onto our X account and go ahead and DM at Go DriveSmart, and we'll go ahead and get that shirt set to you. But back to you guys with the action. This is incredible, guys. This is something, oh my God, I can't even put into words.
The words definitely escaping me as well, as we are 25 laps to go. Tucker Minter, like you mentioned, trying to leave no doubt here today. He has been very, very fast, but the man behind him has been the dominant car so far today. Daniel Falkingham in that 39 machine, looking to take victory for some pride here. Of course, Tucker Minter looking like he's set himself up for a really nice run at that race lead and that championship. But Daniel Falkingham, he's gonna dig. He's gonna keep digging here.
Okay, so if I'm Tucker Minter, man, I'm saying I got a nice payday. I'm going to win this championship. You can have it, Daniel. Just take it. But no, Tucker is a competitor. He does not want to go down. He does not only want the championship, he wants the win. And this is where you got to question, will that be a mistake? When Tucker and Daniel Falkingham make contact a handful of laps ago, it made you kind of raise an eyebrow and be like, hey, This may be trouble if he keeps racing this hard. And also, is Tucker Minter going to burn up his tires going for a win like this? That's also a possibility. If he does, can that push him outside of the top 10 and potentially jeopardize what could have been a championship run? Right now, Tucker Minter is doing everything to keep this baby up front, but drama is still coming into play, coming into the picture. It's a 90-lap event, and we got 22 laps remaining. We're looking for the first yellow flag of the day, and we all know it's on the way because every race this season, for the most part, has seen a very late race yellow and strategy come into play at the end, and I'm not thinking this one's going to end any differently because the aggression level is pure insanity. There's money on the line, there's bragging lights on the line, and it's go time.
Absolutely go time here as we're going to come around to 20 laps to go. We're working on getting an update on the team championship here. As of right now, we know Tucker Minter's leading the driver title. There's no doubt about that. He needed a top 10 tonight. First, last time I checked, is in the top 10, and he's doing a very nice job of showing it here tonight. But we'll try to get an update on those team points as soon as we possibly can to let you know who is setting themselves up for a very nice payday as we see the 53 machine looking to make a move. That's Nathan Coaster on the inside of Aaron Smith. Smith up on the high side, Coaster down on the bottom as they go by the start-finish line now. Just 20 laps remaining in the 5-race series, and Tucker Minter looks like he's getting ready to pack those shorts and head to Florida.
We got a developing story, though. Last time by, 3/10 quicker, Garrett Maines. He just got the pass done for the 3rd position. Are these guys racing too hard up front? Are they burning up their tires? Are they hurting their cars? It was a 34.4 to a 34.3, 1/10 faster that lap. Garrett Maines got into a battle with Jacob Patek, but the lap before that, he was 3/10 quicker. I would expect this time he's going to be 2 or 3/10 quicker. He's closing the window. He has over 4 seconds to go with 19 remaining. I think he can get there. If he keeps knocking them off at this pace, realistically, Garrett Maines could come out of this thing with a win. He's hoping they keep getting racy up there because their tires are going away, and they're going away quick. So keep that in mind. Watch the gap back to 3rd and watch the battle between the top 2 because this is getting fun. This is getting interesting. There's money on the line, and Garrett Maines is not ready to go down.
Garrett Maines definitely not ready to go down without a fight here. Still 4.1 seconds behind our race leader, Tucker Minter, and about 3.8 behind second place Daniel Falkingham. So what he's going to need is Falkingham and Minter to get involved in a very tight battle here. Maybe make some contact, have a little bit of a slip up, and set himself up for a nice run up towards that top 2 battle. But Garrett Maines has been really good so far in this series, and here again tonight, putting himself in position to potentially grab another podium finish. But we have to pay attention here as we're approaching the final 15 laps. Could we possibly see that yellow flag that has eluded us all night long, DLB?
Absolutely, man. I mean, it's getting fun all around. We're watching the battles. We're watching the championship hunt. It's getting fun here. Potentially, we may be getting joined by a Mr. Kyle Weatherman here tonight. Who knows? But either way, it's looking to be a fun show here. We're watching the gap between Garrett Maines. He's in that 3rd position. Now 3.9 seconds back. He's broken to the 3-second range. We're paying attention to that up front. Tucker Minter running away with this thing, but Daniel Falkingham is coming into the picture once again. He has another charge forming, another charge developing. This race is far from done. Opportunities are on the horizon. A lot of things can change.
A lot of things definitely can change here at this point in the race. Coming down to the closing stages, looks like we have a rather large train of cars behind the Joe Armstrong machine. There's Armstrong, Coaster, Newbigging, Smith, Kleba, and Eric Heater. Actually, Heater's just a little bit back, but 5 cars under a blanket battling just outside that top 10 from 10th on back to about 14th. So what a battle that we have here, not even at the front of the field. And just a note on something you touched on earlier, Garrett Maines has now dipped below 4 seconds back, so closing that gap, but I don't think he's closing it quite quick enough.
He's getting there. He's getting there. There's a ways to go. He's still roughly, right now, he's about 2/10 quicker than Daniel Falkenhelm, and he's right there. But let's bring in Mr. Kyle Weatherman if he has a copy. If not, we'll get back to him here momentarily. Kyle does not have a copy right now. No copy from Kyle Weatherman.
Oh, here we go. Here we go, DLB. We have a team point update. And IDK player, hold on to your seat there, buddy. Your team leads by just 5 points over the Casey Kerwin team right now. It's 627 to 622. So this is going to be very tight right down to that final checkered flag.
IDK is definitely trying to do everything. Hold on to that gap, man. Will there be any team orders late? This is getting nuts. I mean, right now, I'm sure IDK is telling all his drivers, get it, get it, get it. We need every point we can. If you're Casey Kerwin, man, you got to find the extra positions. You got to find them. It's going to be tough, but you got to find the extra positions here. And very late, how deep can you dig with 12 laps remaining? It's looking good for Tucker Minter up front. Maybe he got Daniel Falkenhelm to burn up his tires, or maybe Daniel is finding a charge with under 10 laps remaining.
This is where it could get very interesting when we are coming down to the final 10 laps here. I'm not sure quite what's going to happen, if somebody's going to try to throw some sort of strategy to the win, see if maybe that could gain them a couple of extra positions. And IDK player just let his team know that they're up by 5 positions. So they're going to drive smart out here to not bring out a caution flag, because they definitely don't want to bunch up and allow Casey Kerwin's team to throw more strategy to the wind. But they're also going to charge forward, try to get those extra spots, and build a little bit of a buffer.
It's incredible that we have 2 different types of championships going on. Kyle, are you here with us right now? I know you jumped in. Are you here, Kyle?
I got you guys.
So what do you think about all this action, right? There's one race left. What are you thinking right now?
Look at that suit.
Oh, dude, it looks good. I know. I had to break out the suit for you guys. This is incredible. I've been watching a little bit of this. I jumped on a little late, but yeah, there's 2 races going on here. Minter, he just needs to keep it clean here, right? I mean, at the end of the day, he's the points leader. He needs to just come home with a clean race, and he's got his way and ticket punch to Daytona, right? So yeah, this is getting really good. 9 laps to go here. Falkenham, he wants the win. I don't know where he's at points wise. I think he needs Minter to have a little trouble, but at the end of the day, he'd love to come away with a victory here.
So you're going to meet one of these guys in Daytona. That's going to be the exciting part about this. One team's going to win $3,500, but you're going to meet these guys in Daytona. How excited are you about that?
It's so cool. It's so cool what these guys do on iRacing, and I do a little bit of it as well. It is really realistic. So, heck, I respect what Minter can get out of the car, fucking him here. There's a lot of talented drivers that are in this iRacing program that this kind of provides. So super cool to meet them. I'm excited for it. Like I said, Minter just needs to keep his head on straight here and not get too crazy with racing Falkenham if he's going to get crazy with it, because he can't afford to lose any.
Oh no!
Oh, is there going to be a
Will it
caution?
be the yellow?
What a save.
Hold your breath.
Save.
What a save.
We're going to bring you back in as soon as we have the winner of the entire event, and you're ready to go and congratulate them, yeah?
Absolutely. Let's do it.
All right, we'll see you soon, Kyle. Appreciate you. And that's a hell of a fire shoot, if I must say so myself.
Isn't
love
it?
it.
That is nice. That is this was wild, guys. I thought we were about to get that caution flag that we talked about. You can just see the intensity absolutely picking up for these guys now. This wasn't a battle in the top 10. This is just a battle for position.
That is so nuts, man. I thought that was going to be a game changer here this late. I mean, you pay attention, we only have 6 laps remaining. This is nuts. Everything's changing so quick. IDK player says he's up by 5. Team knows that they are up by 5. So keep that in mind, because they know that they are up by 5. Everyone on his team knows that they are up by 5. This is huge, man. I thought we were going to get that yellow there. And if we was, whoo, Oh boy, that was gonna be nuts. It's not over yet. I mean, Tucker is holding his breath right now, hoping we don't get that yellow, and IDK player is holding his breath, hoping we don't get that yellow. But there's a lot of teams out there hoping we do get that yellow and get a little bit of late race drama and entertainment.
Yeah, Barney the flagman last time by took all 5 fingers, put them in the air, let these drivers know that it's just 5 laps to go. Tucker Minter leads by 1.5 seconds over Daniel Falkingham. The IDK player team still holds that lead in the team title, but these guys continue to duke it out for position each and every spot on the track as we have one sideways. Whew. He was able to gather it back up. That was Joey Misevich. I thought we were about to get that caution.
Well, we seen a big block down the back straight, down the front straightaway by that 07. It looked very intentional that he was going to try to dump him. They were making contact a couple laps before that, and I think he finally hit the bowling point and decided, hey, I might not dump you, but you're getting the chrome horn going in a 1.
Yeah, and what we see right here is a 3-car battle for position. Jacob Potak currently taking the spot ahead of Bobby Zelensky and Chad Oxendine. They're separated by less than half a second, 4 through 6 now on the racetrack as we are coming down to the conclusion of today's race. Just 3 laps to go for these drivers out here on the racetrack here at Miami. A lot on the line as Oxendine going to get behind Zelensky, give him a push, try to get by Potak. He may look 3 wide because, as we know, every position matters here, especially in this team title where the Casey Kerwin team is so close to IDK players team. Popsicle sticks in the air. DLB, just 2 laps remaining.
This is it. When we get back to the line, it's going to be the white flag for Tucker Minter. He won Daytona. When he gets back to the line, these yellow flags aren't going to matter. He's just going to have to drive it back home right here. The white flag is in the air from Homestead, Miami. Tucker Minter came here on a mission. He came here with a strategy. He qualified good. He ran up front all day, and now he's leading down the back straightaway. All he has to do is make it back to the checkered flag, and he's going to be bringing home the win and the championship. IDK player is trying to bring home the team championship. He knows what he has to do, and at the line, final shot of turn number 4 is going to be Tucker Minter with the win and the championship, and IDK player is going to bring home the team championship. How about that? What a season!
What a season indeed. Tucker Minter gonna punch his ticket right to Daytona. Doesn't have to go too far from Miami, but Tucker Minter victorious again and in a big way as he is our champion here in the DriveSmart to Daytona series. Tucker Minter, Daniel Falkingham, and Garrett Maines, the top 3 as we await the final word on the team title. DJ is working on getting it for us. And it looks like potentially Casey Kerwin's team could have just got it, but we are going to wait for the numbers here from the officials before we bring you the official word. But congratulations to Tucker Minter.
It looks like Tucker Minter's going to Daytona, boys.
Ooh, good win for Tucker Minter.
Yes, he is.
But now we got drama blowing up. Is it Casey Kerwin? Is it IDK player? They were good by 5, but was there some passes there in the final lap and a half? This is huge. The drama is coming up here late, man. I'm excited. I'm curious who got the win here. Who's going to Daytona? Who got all the money at the end of the day? I mean, this is amazing. But all we do know right now, officially, Tucker Minter is this series champion. Will it be IDK player with the team championship? Will it be Casey Kerwin with the team championship? It's changing here. We're going to wait for an update.
So why don't we go to a quick commercial break, and then when we get back, we're going to have an interview with Tucker, we're going to have an interview with Casey, and we'll have the exact standings of the team finals, and bring Kyle back in and then see exactly where we are and who won what. Is that fair?
I think that's definitely fair.
Absolutely.
Let's bring it to a commercial break, and we're going to find out who brung home this team championship.
want to be the best, you can't settle for the rest. For anything on iRacing, there's just one name you need, Maconi.
With the launch of Maconi Entertainment and Maconi Competizone alongside Maconi Setup Shop, we now provide the best of the best in setups, paint schemes, coaching, broadcasting, and event organization.
With cars across all 4 license classes, we have what you need to hit the track with confidence. Grab a subscription and save money while going fast at MaconiSetupShop.com/subscriptions.
And remember, at Maconi Setup Shop, there are setups, but your victories.
Racing isn't easy, but experiencing it is. iRacing puts you in the driver's seat with the industry's leading sim racing game. Drive on laser scan replicas of the greatest racing circuits from around the world. Go head to head against other drivers chosen by skill-based matchmaking to ensure competitive racing at every level. Compete across all your favorite series. In officially licensed cars, engineered to deliver the most accurate driving experience possible. Join a race or host your own with players from across the globe. Race against the computer or in a league with friends. Feel the thrill behind the wheel. Visit iRacing.com.
And we are back at it. This is huge. The IDK player cars went and started doing burnouts, thinking that they won it. IDK player put in the chat that they got it done. After a recalculation, Casey Kerwin's team is officially the champion. This is big. We had to recalculate it, but Casey Kerwin's team got it done. We got Tucker Minter here. Tucker, you won the championship, buddy. You won the whole competition. It was the DriveSmart to Daytona Challenge, and you did it. You not only won the race, you won the championship. How does it feel to be the first ever DriveSmart to Daytona overall champion?
It feels awesome. I mean, there's a lot of nervous moments, I guess, at the end of the race, just kind of waiting for the late race caution to come out. And fortunately, it did not this week. So, huge thanks to Casey for drafting me, obviously. Huge thanks to Justin for putting this all together. And obviously, the DriveSmart guys. This is just such a cool event, cool prizes. And it was a lot of fun these few weeks.
Absolutely. So there in the closing laps, I was getting nervous for you, buddy. I thought going for the win was the wrong call because we knew that the numbers going into it that a top 10 would get the job done. What got you up on the wheel to say, hey, I want the win and I want the championship?
Yeah, I mean, obviously, I just wanted to run top 10 based on what Jeff had said was necessary. And so that was kind of the plan. But then once I got to second, the first run, I felt like I kind of just burned my tires up riding behind Daniel a little bit too much. And then on the second run, when I had the opportunity to get in front of him and stay ahead of him, I just figured, well, might as well race for it, have something to do here the last run rather than let him run away with it. So definitely made for, I guess, a more entertaining broadcast, more entertaining race for me. I enjoyed racing with him. It was a good battle.
Tucker,
Absolutely.
congratulations. This is Chris from DriveSmart. Guess what? You just won a trip to Daytona, right? On the 17th, 18th, and 19th on that weekend. How excited are you right now, bro?
Yeah, I mean, I'm super pumped. I really wanted to go to Daytona this year, and I was thinking it wasn't going to end up happening. And then I saw this, competition got put up, and I was like, well, what are the odds? And so just, super blessed that you all put this on, and I'm, looking forward to it. It's going to be a lot of fun.
And what was it like working with Casey Kerwin as a team leader?
Yeah, I mean, Casey's a great guy. He's got a lot of experience, obviously, high-level sim racing. He just kind of let us do our thing, make sure we had a little bit of guidance, I guess, when we needed to. It wasn't all, smooth sailing with kind of the late race cautions a few times. Like last week at Indy, Chase was in a great spot, and we ended up, kind of losing that one. I lost a few spots, but it's awesome, to have him draft such a good team. Proves how I guess that he's got his ear to the ground to the service and kind of knows who to pick.
So real quick, obviously it's been 5 races. I think you've won 3 of them. Before we bring Kyle in, like what got you into sim racing, and where did you hone your skills? Like how did you get this good, Tucker?
Yeah, I started sim racing because I wanted to race with Dale Jr. A big Dale Jr. fan, and so I saw a whole bunch of videos on YouTube when I was like 11 years old. That's where Dale Jr. raced, and so when I turned 13, I got an iRacing subscription. My parents got me that for Christmas, and I got a wheel and everything. So since then, I kind of just played it casually for probably close to probably about 8 years or so, and then around 2020, I started really trying to get better at sim racing, started practicing, learning how to do setups. And, that's really kind of what brought it all together. I feel like, learning how to develop setups helped me spend more time driving, kind of hone in my craft, figure out really what's going on with the car. And then, all those years of racing before I really wanted to go pro, I think has helped me when I reach the pro ladder that, I don't get nervous as much under pressure, and then also just kind of have the racecraft ready to go.
So before we try to bring Kyle Weatherman in to talk to you, the one question I was going to ask you, going down to Daytona, right? Like you just won a really big event, right? And a whole bunch of money. Who is the first person you're going to call after we're done with this interview? Who are you telling first, right? That you just won this entire series?
Yeah, definitely gonna call my mom and dad first. They've been, like I said, super supportive of me. They try to watch all my races, even if I tell them, oh, you don't need to watch this one. They're like, no, just send me the broadcast link. I'll put it on. So definitely looking forward to talking to them. About my new vacation plans, I guess.
Yeah, new vacation plans. Kyle, if you're here, go ahead and chime up.
Dude, congrats. First off, you came in as the points leader and you came out here and won the race. That was incredible, man. Yes, like you were just speaking, pressure was on, and you definitely grabbed it by the horns, and obviously showed that you were one of the best this round. So congrats to you. Super excited to meet you. I know you're really tall. I saw some pictures on social media, so I'm about to bring my heels because I'm really short. So that's not going to work out. But no, I'm excited to meet you, man. It's gonna be fun, and we're gonna have a great time in Daytona. Congrats.
Yeah, thanks, Kyle. Looking forward to meeting you and all of the DriveSmart people. It's gonna be a great weekend.
It's a fun group. These guys are really fun. I'm excited for it. Really cool to hear your story. Really cool to hear your story. I definitely admire what you're doing, and the type of work that you're putting in, the effort, and obviously, dude, it's paying off, right? Your craft is amazing right now. Homestead is a hard place to get around, real life in the sim. And like I said, there was a lot of stout competition here, man. And you just put a boat whooping on them. So congrats to that. Everything you're doing is paying off, and I'm excited to meet you. And we'll see you in Daytona.
Yeah, thanks, Kyle. This went a little bit better than my last trip to Homestead Miami Speedway in a professional, I guess, series. So glad this one worked out a little bit better.
Absolutely, you definitely did it. So congrats.
Congratulations, Tucker. And we're going to have you on the phone tomorrow morning because I'm going to need some finite details to get you on that plane down there. But congratulations again. And why don't we go ahead and bring in Casey Kerwin and have a kind of a perspective of where he's coming from after all these wins.
I think that would be awesome. I'm looking forward to it. This has been an amazing series. We're going to get Casey Kerwin in here. And Casey, do you got a copy?
Sorry, my mic is muted. Bad influencer. Sorry, I'm here now.
Welcome, Casey.
I got you. My mic. Yep. Good job on my part. Hello.
Welcome. So, you just won the team championship. We had to calculate it late, man. Y'all gained some positions when it counted, and you just won the whole freaking competition. How does it feel, buddy? It's been a dominant season. It was a battle to the end. It was drama at the end, but you got it done. You took home all the money. How does it feel?
Yeah, it feels cool for sure. Obviously Tucker did a great job, and he did everything we needed to with picking him. But the team championship wise, really the difference makers, man, are all the kind of round 3 and onward guys. Chad, Chase, Jimmy, Eric, they all massively over exceeded expectations. They all work together. They do runs together, share, info on tires and stuff like that every week. And yeah, especially Chase, ran top 5 in some of these races against pros. He was, I think, round 3 or 4. Chad was up there as well, and Jimmy was way up there for a round 6 guys. So those guys were the real difference makers in the team championship. Tucker and G Main's, like all the top guys, they're going to be top 5, top 7 every race. They're not really in the points battle. They're not going to make the difference. So yeah, but everyone did a great job. It got dicey there at the end. Chase unfortunately got a penalty, but he did a great job staying in it. And he I think he was our drop still, but him getting spots in the last 10 laps was taking points away from them. So that was a big thing. And obviously it came right down to it. It was very, very tight. And yeah, everyone did a great job. It was an amazing event put on by DriveSmart. And I had so much fun partaking in it, not driving, but it was fun kind of living vicariously through my team, experiencing it with them, and cheering on Tucker. He was scaring me, how he's saying, "Oh, I was just having a fun time racing with Daniel." I was terrified because we didn't want anything to go wrong, but yeah, it was fun, and yeah, great event. And I hope everyone enjoyed watching.
So Casey, real quick, this is Chris from DriveSmart. So first and foremost, it had to be weird for you not to be driving, because you are one of the best sim drivers in the entire world, right? But I have to ask you now, I hope you don't have plans in the middle of February, because it sounds like you are going to Daytona with us, brother. How do you feel about that?
Yeah, that's really cool. It's awesome. It's funny because I'm going to Daytona next week for the Rolex, so now I'm gonna have to go back like 3 weeks after. So that'll be fun. But yeah, it's gonna be an awesome weekend. Obviously, yeah, we're gonna have a lot of fun and watch some good racing, cheer on Kyle and the DriveSmart car, and yeah, can't wait.
So congratulations on your sponsorship with Spire for the entire year. I think it's you and Malik Ray, correct?
Yes, yeah, it's a really cool deal. So yeah, I'll be in Daytona, get to hang out there maybe a little bit too on the 500 side. So yeah, works out great.
Should be a good time. And Kyle, if you want to come in here and have a moment with Casey, because he's going to be meeting you too, brother.
Yeah, dude. Obviously, like you're talking about with the points, you did an amazing job with your draft choices, and it sounds like they pulled off. So excited to meet you in Daytona. It's gonna be fun, and we're gonna have a great time doing it.
Yeah, man. Looking forward to it.
Well, congratulations again, Casey. An incredible showing. I know you didn't get to drive, because if you drove, you might have won by more, right? But you drafted a heck of a team. And honestly, it was a heck of a competition. And we are looking forward to seeing you guys down in Daytona. And we are looking forward to the future with Kyle, with all you guys in this great entire simulator that we have. And congratulations to you, and congratulations to Tucker. And we'll see you in a few weeks, honestly. So you go ahead and rest up, and we'll see you soon, brother. Appreciate you.
Yeah, thanks, man. Thanks again. All you guys did, not just in this event, but also the other big event with IDK and everything. It's really cool. Awesome to have companies like this supporting sim racing and obviously real racing too. So yeah, thanks for all you guys did. And yeah, had a lot of fun.
Thank you so much, bro. We'll see you soon.
See ya.
So you seen it there. That was Casey Kerwin. Well, this was one heck of a season, to say the least. I mean, the points battle literally came all the way down to the final laps to see who's going to win the team championship. And not only that, Tucker Minter obviously had the best season, won the most races, got it done here at Homestead, and pulled off the driver championship. We gave away over $3,500 in cash on the stream. We gave away some t-shirts, and then we gave away a nice trip to Daytona to get old Tucker Minter. So it was a heck of a season all around. It was fun. Once again, thank you for everything DriveSmart has done to put this event on, because this is such a cool event, such a cool opportunity, and I'm just super stoked to be a part of it.
Absolutely. Listen, brother, I appreciate you so much for thanking us. But listen, we love motorsports, right? And we had so much fun throughout this entire event, from the time trials to the qualifying and draft to the entire series. And it has far exceeded our expectations, and we couldn't be more happy. But the one thing I want to say, right, Robert, before you close this out, I know that the series is over. I know a couple young men are going to Daytona. What is it? 5 or 6 guys have won $500 out of $3,500. But next week, we're going to be here at 8 o'clock, right on the DriveSmart channel. And we're going to be doing something a little fun. Is that fair, Robert?
That is absolutely fair. It's going to be one heck of a night. And I just want to say this has been one hell of a series, from the drafting that these influencers did to the action on the racetrack and the action that we had up in the booth. We cooked steaks. We gave away merch. We had one heck of a good time. And I can't wait to see what we can do in the future, because this is just the start. DriveSmart is going to go places. This is a name that you people at home will be hearing for a long time, and we're going to bring you all that action right here on the DriveSmart Warranty YouTube channel.
Absolutely. You heard it there from Robert Hill. This is it. I mean, what a season. What a season. I mean, thank all you guys that tuned in from Daytona to Homestead. I know a lot of you guys are rocking all your new merch on Twitter this week and posting all of them pictures. It's been a cool journey. It's been a cool experience. And like Chris said, we're going to be right back here next Thursday night at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, live on the DriveSmart Warranty YouTube channel. And we're just going to have a little bit of fun on that stream. So stay tuned for that. It's going to be a fun one. Appreciate everyone that showed up for today's stream. Appreciate DriveSmart Warranty for putting on the show. And we're going to call it a season and tune out. Thank you, everyone who tuned in and was a part of this. And we'll catch you all in the next stream.